Greetings from the final lap of a tumultuous 2025. I am home for the holidays and enjoying it, winter weather and all. And that means I'm traveling less. There was a lot less extreme bopping this year. As I mentioned in the solstice video the week prior, there was a lot less going to places just for the vlog, going to places just for the merch. But I do think the merch that we found, the things that we collected, and the stories that they told of their significance is nonetheless of value. And so that's what I thought we'd do for our final vlog of 2025. Let's take a look at some of the acquisitions and some of the cool things that made it into the Peak Merch Museum this year. Come with me because you are watching Peak Merch. And it starts with this door. I love this weird fake hand-drawn Frankenstein Manor sign from Epic Universe, specifically Dark Universe, or as it's known in World, Darkmoor Village. Mortis vive iterum, the dead live again. There's this whole in-story that's only half explored about the vampires living under the catacombs of Darkmoor and coming up through the well of the town. And I don't know. I thought this was a nice Epic Universe flex piece. And it goes to fit in with the rest of my door, which, I just started decorating and maybe doesn't fit with the elegant aesthetic of the rest of our home, but a testament to my partner's cosmic grace that she has allowed this door to continue as such. And some other pieces on it that are new this year. The Mystery Spot, Santa Cruz, California. I don't normally do license plates, but everything on here really fits the idea of an entrance or a door, even conflicting places, with a few exceptions. These stickers are from upstate art institutions not too far from us, the Storm King Art Center, a very special place in our lives, and Opus 40, where we were for the solstice celebration. We actually just picked that up last week. Let's see what else is new for this year. Got that In-N-Out Burger sticker in California. These Buc-ee's things are new on the wall, but not new to me. But the stickers here to the left and right, if we go down, that's from February in downtown Miami on Lincoln Road in South Beach, Florida. Actually, Miami Beach, not downtown Miami. All the Raising Cane's have unique merch to the place. Tropic Like It's Hot, don't need it, but I love that there's palm trees and chicken fingers. And then the iconic Santa Cruz dot here, fitted with the Big Dipper, I believe it's called, the roller coaster on the Santa Cruz boardwalk. So a version of the iconic skate logo, roller coaster in tow. Let's head in the office and see what else we can find. One of my more interesting and more successful vlogs this year was the King Gizzard fan meetup and bootlegger meetup before their Forest Hills Queens concert this summer. A few weeks later, they put on their inaugural festival in Buena Vista, Colorado, called Field of Vision, named after a song of theirs. And this gentleman made action figures. I love it. Action figures specific for a music festival, making this one of the more unique pieces of merch I own. It's got a lot of references to their songs here. Fishing for Fishies. It's got the map of the festival here as well. Meadow Creek in Buena Vista, Colorado. And yeah, that's his name. Lesser Evil is the name of the fellow who made these. He's got some other 3D printed, he calls them glizzies, little hot dog buns with lizard wizards in them, which are cool, but definitely 3D printed. Whereas these are things he has kind of... Oh wow, the foot broke off. That's a bummer. Yeah, these are things he has kind of built reassembled from old figures and maybe 3D printed, but yeah, that's a bummer that came off in there, but I'm going to leave it as is. Still a cool collectible and one of my favorites. As this monkey popcorn bucket from last year is a testament to. I have a complicated relationship with popcorn buckets and sippers because there are some cool ones, there are some rare ones. It's deeply entrenched in not only the physical terrestrial film release, which is something I like to support as movie theaters are becoming an endangered species, but also Disneyana, Universal, and theme parks getting in on the sipper game. So here are a few of the hits from this year. I think the king has to be the Fantastic Four Herbie bucket. People really celebrated the release of Galactus because it's the biggest popcorn bucket ever and it lights and sounds. But this Herbie bucket was the same price. I want to say it was 70 or 80 bucks. It's huge. It, according to them, holds a drink, hence the straw coming out of its head, candy storage in the back, and popcorn. But what's really unique about it, if you ask me, are the lights and sounds. And let me see if I can get those going for you here. Yeah, so it's very faint, but you can see on my King Gizzard poster there is a Fantastic Four logo when the sun's not up, coming out of his head. And then if you press another, it plays the theme as well. Is it much? No, but I think it's more than a lot of these buckets did this year. And Herbie, an old Fantastic Four character, was brought back to life in the movie. I also picked up these what are they called? Gosh, I think Mego is the company. These are sort of historic action figures, and they reissued some Fantastic Four figures from the 60s. Look at how kind of rudimentary they are, but these are all hand molded of the four characters. This was a Disney Parks exclusive. The only thing I actually bought from the Magical Shopper, a Disney virtual shopper, and she did a great job, or her team rather. It comes with a little coin, and this is a really nice piece, something I got to be careful to take really good care of over the years. But back to the popcorn buckets. Let's see what else I can show you. I was also a fan of this Daily Planet newspaper stand display thing, popcorn bucket. It's metal, it's big. It was just too cool to pass up, commemorating the release of James Gunn's Superman, which is a significant film in the reimagining of the DCU, especially as this Warner Brothers Netflix acquisition is likely to go through. But this is not a media criticism channel. What I wanted to show you is this actually opens and flips out, and there's another card here for Crypto, the dog, so you could put that in instead. Inside, I've got a limited comic that was given for the opening night screenings of Superman. But there you go. Now Crypto is the focus of the coverage. And I've got one or two other sippers and things I want to show you that I'm excited about from this year too. You're looking at not one but two sippers from the 50th anniversary re-release of the first summer blockbuster, Steven Spielberg's classic Jaws. On the right is a cup, one of those rubberized cups that AMC Theaters likes to put out. You can see the one for Beetlejuice to the right, but it's this one on the left with the sort of anime-style Jaws about to bite down on the oxygen can that takes him out at the end of the first movie. Sorry, you had 50 years, spoiler-free. It's this sipper that was really coveted, and I remember its release coincided with the week I was going to Universal for Epic Universe, like 3 weeks after the park opened, and resellers in their typical fashion were scooping this thing up and selling it for hundreds of dollars online, but Universal was doing its best to restock it because it's just so cute and pretty much peak merch. I mean, it's a very specific reference from the film. In the realm of sippers, it's just like iconically unpractical and not utilitarian in the least, and I just adore it. So I'm happy to have it in my collection. But I got it for $25. What it retailed for, and then most of these sippers aren't new from this year. I do love my Fire Flower from Universal Studios Hollywood. This was released last year, but this geeky tiki of AMC summer blockbusters is pretty great. And part of the tiki craze, I did get into tikis this year. There's the AMC logo on the bottom. But I did get into tikis this year. This is from Zombie Village in San Francisco. My Ewok Battle of Endor tiki here from Oga's Cantina, Galaxy's Edge East is not new. But these swizzle sticks, this is from Wednesday at Wendy's, Stella Nova Resort at Universal. These are new. And this is new too. This Trader Vic's tiki mug, styled after their tiling when you walk in, is pretty handsome as well. And I know my desk is a mess, but I like these little mini McDonald's toys too. I gotta find a better place for them, but yeah, that's them. But let me show you the king of all popcorn buckets and the kind of thing that ends you having to feel like you need any more popcorn buckets at all. Behold, AMC's perfectly popcorn Loungefly. Loungeflies are so expensive. They're hard to justify the price for. And this actually came out last year. It was $80. And nobody must have bought them because they put them on sale around Black Friday for $20. They're probably still at your AMC if you want one. But this to me is a king Loungefly. It holds this camera. It's designed to hold a large popcorn. It comes with a plastic lining. Let me open this for you. Yeah, it comes with a plastic lining that goes in this incredibly kernel patterned bag. And, it's pleather like most of the Loungeflies, but these little popcorn kernels pop up. I got one for a friend who also loves going to the movies for Christmas. And I adore it. This is engraved, or rather embroidered. The AMC Perfectly Popcorn logo. There's your AMC Loungefly logo on the other side. I would call this peak merch, my friend. This might actually be my favorite acquisition of the year. And I'll tell you, AMC, when they do their own merch, they always do a good job. This is actually the second exclusive AMC piece I've seen. There is a Loungefly of Nicole Kidman's suit from the We Make Movies Better, title opening crawl that she's famous for. But that's not really my style. This is much more my style and a proud addition to the Peak Merch Museum. Let me see what else I can show you, and then I'll show you the pin board, and we'll take it home. Behold Captain Cacao, the proprietary mascot of Universal's Epic Universe. When I was there, I asked what his story was, because I know that his moonship, or rather Maya, the explorer, he's her bear, and they ride in their moonship that is the corner story of Celestial Sweets, the candy store and sweet shop at the entrance of Epic Universe. But I talked to the cast members or team members there, and they said that Maya is the daughter of Vincent Various, who is sort of the inventor behind the portals of Epic Universe. His dog is the dog walking around at Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium. So they're building like an in-universe story at Universal between their intellectual property. Anyway, there was a plush that sold out during team member previews of this adorable bear. And when I was there, they had this giant backpack of him. So I was happy to have it. I was happy to walk around in it. And yeah, I would call that some peak merch from my Epic Universe trip. Some other Epic Universe things and Universal things worth showing you. These pins, there was one for every land. Our grand opening pin set from the Epic Universe opening. It's great. I just like it. And I don't know how rare they are, actually. I know I was there a few weeks after, and I was still able to get one. So they were selling them. And it's on Spotify now, but it wasn't when it came out. This is actually an in-universe score for the Dark Universe Land. Probably my number 2 acquisition this year after the Popcorn Bucket. Danny Elfman did the soundtrack. It's absolutely brooding and awesome. And, God, that graphic is just so bad. They could have done such a better job with the design. Like AI, CGI crap, but that's part of it, right? Some other pickups from that trip. This Back to the Future anniversary, 40th anniversary little resin. It's small, but it's mighty. And Universal Studios 35 years. I think these kind of anniversary things are a slippery slope. If they do one every 5 years, you're SOL thinking you're going to get all of them. But I did like the retro marquee logo. I like that they brought back the Universal Studios Florida old marquee sign, at least in merch form. And I like that it has these opening attraction logos on the side. Of course, Jurassic Park is not an opening attraction. That the River Adventure opened with Islands in 1999, but we'll allow it. Steven Spielberg has a controlling stake in Universal Studios, so there you go. And this is really unique too. These sold out. All the influencers bought them on Media Day, these grand opening coins for Epic Universe. But Universal, after much blowback, released a few more online, and I was grateful that I was able to snag one. They're really gorgeous opening year coins. Let me pull this out so you can see. There you go. Grand opening, May 22nd, 2025. It's really heavy and nice, too. And that's a piece of history right there. So I'm grateful to have it, and grateful that it adorns my little Epic Universe shrine here to a great opening year for a great park, with not without its problems, but I think, something that we will see get better and better as time goes on. This was the year my pin collection really started blossoming because Hannah helped me figure out how to display them. We took a piece of not even cork board, but almost like a foam board, and affixed it to the door, the closet door in my office, and then put like a sheet, like a jersey style material over it so it wouldn't look unsightly. And we got this massive pin board with hundreds of my pins. And I'll just show you a few of my favorites from the year. I think we have to start at the top here with these Haichu 50th anniversary, the Japanese Chewies, taffy-like, chew candies. They put these out on TikTok. This was only $10 for all three of these, with vintage packaging, some cool like English logo action, and just a lot to love there. Just under that, some Buc-ee's pins. The top three are new, at least new for me for the year. So nothing really remarkable there, but I'm biding some time as I scan the rest of my board to show you some things. This is cool. This anniversary commemorative pin for Trader Vic's, the legendary tiki bar, outside Oakland, California. And there's Vic himself in the legendary chair. Right next to that is a pin from Zombie Village, a newer tiki bar, heavily themed in San Francisco's Tenderloin district. And then if I look around here, I've got some St. Louis pins. The one in the middle is from the Gateway Arch 60th anniversary. There's Ted Drew's, the storied frozen custard place in St. Louis. So not all of these are as remarkable, but they are marks of my travels. This one was very special, from the Musée Mécanique. If you remember my San Francisco trip, we went to this museum of automata and mechanical games and amusements on the San Francisco Wharf. And this was the only way you could get this merch was in the gift shop vending machine. There was a vending machine. And they had one more of these. I feel like it was waiting for me. And I was so grateful to get it. Other pins from that trip, we got the Mystery Spot, the Winchester Mystery House. Muir Woods was really lovely, as was the Alcatraz Night Tour. I'm glad we did that. And I would go back sometime. Yeah, so let's see. Dorney Park in Allentown, PA had its haunt this year, so I got 2 pins from there. Hydra the Revenge, that's a glow-in-the-darker. And they didn't have a pin for the anniversary of Hydra's, the 20th anniversary. They had a ton of stuff, but no pin for that. So that was a little disappointing. Let's see, other pins of note. Oh, I went to Rochester for our anniversary, and we went to the Genesee Brewery. But this is a abstract conceptual pin of a Rochester garbage plate, which is like junk food, like fries and hot dogs or hamburgers and sauce and mustard, just all smushed on a plate. Pure protein, pure carbs, but it was pretty good. And this is another fan pin for Wegmans, the regional grocery store beloved by all. Here's a pin for the Toy Hall of Fame in Rochester, which was a lot of fun too. Let me look and see what other cool pins we got this year. While the anniversary, the 50th anniversary, was technically in 2024, it wasn't until this year that I got the 50th anniversary pin set from Six Flags Great Adventure, because I just finally decided to pull the trigger. This used to be my home park. It's about an hour and a half away in, Hamilton, New Jersey, or something like that. And yeah, I love the old logo with the balloon. I love the dedicated pins for these rides, like log flume, pretty generic. Big wheel, pretty generic, right? Sidewinder. So, sorry, swashbuckler. But yeah, great job all around. And these made to thrill Great Adventure pins were awesome. Made to Thrill puts him out for some of his favorite rides at all the Six Flags parks, including Six Flags over, Fiesta, Texas. The Iron Rattler pin, I was sad to miss. That didn't come out till after I left. Some other Six Flag pins of note: Great Escape, formerly Storytown, USA, in Lake George, New York, put out an anniversary set, and these are all pins from its Storytown, USA, like village. These old dioramas, and I wouldn't even say interactives, but little climbables of fairy tale towns. The kind of thing that Six Flags is fading out of its parks, and I just love a park that celebrates its history. It's really niche, but there you go. They have things like this giant pink whale that you can kind of walk inside, and it's for the little ones or the kiddos or whatever vloggers say, but I just love it, and I think it's great. Right next to it, and this might have been a last year thing too, but Islands of Adventure 25th anniversary pin. I pulled the trigger on this from a reseller just because I was there the opening year, and it's rare to see parks like Universal put out pins from multiple mishmashes of IP in one place. So having the Cat in the Hat and Spider-Man and all Dudley Do-Right all in one place is pretty neat. So yeah, grateful to include that in my collection as well. I also got a few more Made to Thrill Cedar Point pins just to add to my collection. The Magnum pin, the Blue Streak pin, and the Wild Mouse pin are all new acquisitions to this nice little squad of Made to Thrill pins. So yeah. That's pretty much it. I wanted to show you this Geese hat, the breakout zillennial rock band that's restoring old people like me's faith in music again, because Geese are great. This hat is great, provocative but fun, and yeah, I think a solid way to end our merch haul for the year. But I'm really grateful for all the adventures we did get to have. It was a big year for me and my family, a lot going on, not all of it great, but we managed to find some joy and some adventure and keep publishing a vlog every week, even with the headwinds, even with everything happening. So I think that's significant too. I'm gonna come back next week with a vlog about some of our travel plans for 2026, and maybe find one or two more adventures while I'm on break to try to build out January. I'm gonna do my best here to not take a break, but I really don't have any travel planned until March, so we will see what happens. For now, I've been Jess, you've been patient, and you've just watched Peak Merch. Take care now. Peace.